Language Window Installation ย่อเป็นมองอีลูตรวจชาขอว่าเจยอดอสังมินิโซตาเป็นตัวขอใจเชียซอเจเทียวอเจแต่ชินอเป็นมวยขอพร้อมกว่าสลิปเล่าพาดอลลาร์ป้าเนเทขอสั่งเดอเป็นมวยเชอใจเนี่ยโดนเนมาเลมาอวลีเทต่อกาย่อก็หลงก็จะขอใจเชียท่าเลยก็อยู่เซ่ก็จะเนี่ยเทงกีหินเตาหังหลอนเดอชัวลุ้นหลีย่อก็จะขอใจกู้เลยหัวสอดต้องจมเดอโจจีอีเปล่าไปอีหยีจีอีเจ้าโจจีอีเปล่าไปอีหยีจีอีเจ้า
nhớ đó trồng cái thế này cha bao nhiêu là mỗi lần trồng trên đầu lần trên này nhớ đồ nó nọ cô tôi cho trồng đời nó thành phò lấy lúa chờ cô tôi cho lấy lúa trẻ cầm đi nhớ đồ nó nọ cô vậy nó cái dòng của tôi cho trồng đời nọ của tôi chỉ bé tuần thầy mong ở giờ cái này đây mà Lor Xiong lúc xưa nó người ta tỏ làm một kia và tụi nó lo nhớ đồ lúc xem mình ở ta nó một cho bể Washington DC và giờ khang cái district number 10 lâu giờ nó lúc xưa nó tuần gì một là giá tỏn tê cô dân đó người thả comment gì cho trong đời nếu lúc họ phía thế giờ với trả nếu làm một kia và nó và chữ là giờ khang cái nhớ đồ dùng nó đồ họ lúc xem mình ở ta dùng xe đồ tổng chỉ có nhớ đồ nó nè
ya 我做上学的个都讲俾么喏听
cô sáng nu có gì giờ với trả là giờ có sao trả có thì sao làm một kia với tụi nó thường khá lo một lần nào và giờ khang cái nhớ đồ lúc xem mình ở ta nó một đồ sao chế đó nhớ Washington DC
我做的个老路呢เขาฉันยังชอบเรามากูยังปอต่อเตียตู representative นูใช้ชัวไปรู้ district นอนนูชัวเขาหรือจงจะไปสิงนอนไปสิงมั่วเก๋จอดเย็น到ยาxử理แต่เก๋กัน到จะมีตุ้มีหนัวเรา其中เก๋นอการนอเก๋เขาเรานูเย็นตาไปสิงจอดเย็นแห้งจุดตาลินเตอร์แต่ชินอผู้เตะเชานอเรานูกระดังโตไปจะนึงยอดเตะชมีการนอแล้วยิ่งชิกาป้าจะไปสิงมีการนอจะกูปอต่อหัดเตียแต่ชินอcho bây giờ nó sao tàu cái ba sao tàu cái chân cả lo tu representative nhá họ nó chỉ nó lấy cho cái và nó lấy sao còn nước ba là nó nhỏ chỉ trong này nó chỉ yêu chuẩn chỉ ít tu và nên chỉ là lòng nữa ít tu nên và còn này bao giờ bây giờ cho cái chọn nhẹ thế nữa thế là yêu ba tàu bây giờ nó này
lòng cưng cầu trời li của bao thế của sai này có ai chỉ candidate là giờ event nhá nó bây giờก็เขียน represent ในนามต้นเตอเลยพรรคการเมืองว่า Republican Party ยอดตัวเขาใช้มันต่อตาย
อดก็มากูเขียนยอดต้นเตอเพื่อ Republican Party
ยอดเลยเนาะแต่สิเนาะในออฟฟิศยอดตัวตื้อเจ้ก็เขียนปุตโตตัวเป้ให้เตียก็เขียนยอดตัวสัวตื้อยอดตัวเขารู้ใช้มันต่อตาเนาะตัวเป้จงก็ตินจ้ามองตัวเป้าเทียตัวน้อเทียเลยที่เลยเท่าตัวก็เทียป้าตัวก็รู้เชื่อเท่าไอ้ตัวใช้ก็ตัวใช้ก็ยอดตัวจะ event ตรงนี้เนาะเรายอดให้เตียตัวเดี๋ยวนี้เจ๊เก็บvào nhớตัวลูกเก่าลิ้นตัววันที่ชื่อยาหลอดตอนนี้อ่ะ
Okay, so district เปล่านะจะนี่ยอดตัวเขาRamsey County ที่ Washington County ที่ยอดตัวนี้ Woodbury, St. Paul, Roseville, หมู่ตัว Stillwater ที่หมู่ตัว White Bear Lake, Roseville แล้วหนู Brighton เด้อหนูก็มั่วจะจอนั่นเต้ายอดตัวอีเชิงชันนะที่จุดตาลินเด้อแต่ชินอไปจุดตัวมั่วอีลูก office ตัวเขาเดี๋ยวไปจุดตัวมั่วเนี่ยจะจะมั่วซอยลูก office แต่ชิมาไปยิงนอชิตาที่ชินชีตัวเดี๋ยวเขาเช่าอะไรกูรู้เจสันนะที่แต่ชินอไปแต่ตอนที่อีกเขา office space จะไปจุดตัวมั่วคนเดียวแต่ชิเขาเดี๋ยวจะไปสิ่งที่เราสับป้องจีน่าจะเรากูไม่รู้เว็บไซต์ตัวเรามั่วใช้ที่นี่มั่วตัวเขา mayformn.com เนี่ย may ตัว number เปล่า mn.com เขาน่าจะนึกกูเขียนจ่อหาเดียกูเขียนกูจะ issue จะลิจ่าที่อยากวิลิจ่าเขาเขียนแต่น่าจะอยากเดียแล้วเขาสามโมลุนุ่นจีนั่นเรากูหูสต้องตัวกูที่กูตัวสต้องอยากเจ้าจีเจ้าชาจีชายีจีอีจงจีอยากเจ้าจีเจ้าชาจีชายีจี
ลองกันก็ว่าเจ้าthủ số nó này có giờ hai lý trả cho bé trồng mong cho nhớ cho lúc xem mình so ta nó theo một thông bờ cho America thế nó cho lúc ăn được khi nó hỗ trợ gì tàu nó sẽ tàu bao cho cái cho cái làm một kiểu nó vô chữ thường khăn chơi làm bộ này nó giờ càng quậy nó nhớ cho họ lúc xem mình so ta mẹ
我就要买 call office lúc trong nó chỉ là lúc trong mấy sinh được cũng lúc trong nó lo giờ tiền yên là mình tàu muốn cho lỡ chỉ cái trái chia rồi là giờ tiền make policy nhớ cho về Washington DC giờ linh nó chỉ lúc trong nó nụ cô yoต้องการnhân tàu hành yo nhiều thì tin hình volunteers donations yo tiền lên từ nó saตัวป้ากูเราอยากจะสาวน้องการยัดเสียตัวเชิงการลูกแคมเปญน้องเรากู我朝天到在天我哩กูหายเด้ออยากจะไปชิมวันนี้เจ้าเราจะไปเขียนชิตเอาขอแคมเปญเนาะ so ขอแคมเปญเนาะจะนี่ยิ่งยี่ห้อเราเด้อว่าเกี่ยวว่า donations เราจะไปสั่งซื้อจะขอลูกจงเนาะอยากจะเตายิ่งเลยยิ่งป้าเตาชัวเล่งชัวตูย้อนเราได้ทำมีการเนาะจะหายจากกูตู้จอไปอีจงมองย้อนตั้งจอเราลูกได้ทำมีการเนาะอย่าง
ลองกันก่อนgiờ linh đời họ nói cũng vậyเขาchỉnh chính rồi biết trồng mong sẽ đời cho bọn nhóc trong lúc sáng mình sổ ta nó thêm một thông lời cho America tên nó cho họ ăn được khi nó hỗ trợ chi họ nói vậyเขาdùng sắp lời thế rồi nó giờ thôi rồi đời bé cũng mấy từ thầy và dân gì trong nó kia với tu nọ và chỉnh chính sắp lời trong lúc sáng mình sổ ta và giờ cho nó sự thằng xe và giờ càng quậy nó nhóc trong họ lúc sáng mình sổ ta giờ linh đời lúc xưa nó chuẩn gì một là giá tòn đây cũng giờ cho nên sẽ đời bé sẽ đời một sai rồi là lúc event nó kia người giờ là hai lũ đó bé sẽ đời lâu nhóc trong lúc nọ kia và
for a common cause, not to claim that you are on our side, but to give us all the courage and the strength to demonstrate that we are on yours. Grant each of us the strength to play the role we're called upon, to help restore our country to be worthy of the blessings that you have bestowed upon it. All this we pray in your name.
Parades are easy and they're fun. Your community travel, take a couple hours, usually after parades. Well, we can't afford it, but we go to the bar, have pizza and drink. All right? They're fun. Come to a parade. Come to a parade. A show of support. Okay? I was going to say money. Did I say money? Money volunteers. I'm sorry. Because she is too shy, she won't say money. Right? Candidates. If you are currently running for office or are in office, would you please stand? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first, yes, thank you for doing it. It's a tough haul. Now, stay standing. Do not sit. Stay up. Now, there's 4 of you, so we're going to have you. Now, understand when I say here, this is very important. Briefly, underscore, highlight, bold, who you are, what you're running for, or if you're already in office, and the district. Okay?
Very much. I am incredibly flattered and to be asked to speak in front of you today. I think May wanted me to speak today because she and I share same conviction that, as she said, the United States of America may not be the perfect country, but it is very best country for the any opportunities and freedom it stands for. America offers the same opportunities to anyone and everyone who wishes to come here and work hard to achieve that American dream. I myself was born and raised in South Korea. I came to the United States as an international student with legal student visa, and now I am legal permanent resident of the United States, living the American dream. That's right. Not like those intruders, invaders, or infiltrators that are coming from the south border as we speak today. And I honestly despise anybody who is calling them illegal immigrants. They are not immigrants. They are just intruders and invaders. They are not same as me and May up here. Despite I'm a foreigner, English is a second language of mine. I'm a woman, I'm a minority. Democrat will make you believe that I couldn't achieve anything in the United States with all these racism. That's not true. I was able to get into prestigious colleges and I was able to get into prestigious companies with nothing but my own hard work. I graduated Smith College with economics degree, and I worked at Morgan Stanley Investment Banking. I worked at General Electric. I worked at UBS Investment Banking. I worked for Bridgewater Associates, which is the largest hedge fund to this state. I worked at TPG, private equity fund, which is one of the largest private equity fund out there. And now I'm a chief operating officer of finance advisory firm in the United States. I'm also a co-founder of an asset management business in South Korea. If I can do that, anyone can do that. And that is what America offers, and that is what American Dream is all about. And that's why I'm going to speak up and as much as I can, so the next generation, next person, anybody like me, anybody who wishes to work hard, legally coming to the United States, can achieve that dream and have the same opportunities and privileges that were offered to me. In my 25 years of working in the United States, I never had an experience. I didn't get the position because of my race or because of my gender. At the same time, no opportunity was given to me just because of my race or my gender. And that's how it should be, based on merit. And that's the American dream. And no other country offers that. So up until about last year, I was sitting in your spot, not up here. I didn't get involved. I thought, why get involved? I'm just not going to speak up. After all, United States, I am not a US citizen. I'm still a South Korean citizen. Despite the fact I pay taxes here, not South Korea, I lived here longer than South Korea. Just like all of you are here because of America means something to you, because it's your country. Same for me. South Korea means something to me. That's why I'm still South Korean citizen, but I have a permanent resident card. In perfect world, I'd love to be dual citizen, but South Korea does not approve that. So that's why I am still South Korean citizen, but I live here and pay taxes here. The reason I start speaking up is because I start seeing things that are so wrong and so unjust so many times. First, it was discriminating against Asian students when getting into colleges. We kind of all knew they were discriminating against Asian students, but we didn't have a proof. But because of the lawsuit, colleges did not have a choice but to admit that they are discriminating against Asian students when admitting to the college. What? In America, they're openly discriminating against a certain group of people because of their race. Yet, nothing happened. No corrections, no public apologies. They continue to discriminate. Then, it was against white men. At first, it was a subtle rejections by HR department in hiring for corporations. Now, a lot of big corporations, a lot of big banks, and some of the banks that I used to work at, now they have a target quota of how many of the white men they're going to replace with other minorities. They're officially, openly discriminating against a certain group of people in America. Yet, nothing happens. No public apologies, no corrections. They're continuing to discriminate. Then, it was against the women. First, they were violating women's protected areas, such as the locker rooms and bathrooms. Then, now, it's discriminating against young female athletes in women's sports, for God's sake. And the President of the United States, instead of correcting this issue and making them apologize and lose all their jobs, he's on their side, discriminating against female athletes. And now, all the colleges, our campuses are filled with chanting of anti-Semitic remarks. They are calling for genocide of the Jews, Israelis. Didn't we just somebody tried to do that about 70 years ago? And we all agree that was a horrendous thing? And now they're calling for rivers to the seas. Not only that, now they are calling for death to America. And more I hear people saying, we need to make America to become a socialistic country. And that's when I said, no more. No. I say enough is enough. It is now time that all of us, you, me, everyone here, we need to stand up and fight for what's right and just. And how do we do that? I think we start doing that by voting the right candidates and send them to United States Congress. And I think May is the perfect one you should vote for to send to the United States Congress in November. So now let's talk about socialism. Right? When I first heard people talking about socialism, I thought, oh, come on. They're gonna go home, they're gonna Google it to see what socialism is really about, and they will just drop it and feel embarrassed and talked about it. Man, was I wrong. Contrary to my thoughts, the socialistic movements grew stronger and bigger, and here we are. As all of you know, socialism has been tried and failed spectacularly so many times. Soviet Union, China, North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, Laos, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Albania, Angola, Belarus, Congo, go on and go on and on. And even all of these countries gave up the pursuit of socialism and moved over to capitalism. And in 2024, the United States wants to try socialism again. If that's not the definition of insanity, I don't know what that is. If those countries that listed wasn't good enough for you, we have a perfect twin study. As some of you may know, in medical field, twin study is guarded as the highest quality study because you can hold all of the other variables constant except just one variable and observe what happens to that twin over the long period of time. That's South Korea and North Korea. That's my country. Korea has over 5,000 of years of history together. We always have been one country, one people. We have our own language, we have same history, same culture, same everything. If I send my sample to one of those DNA companies, they will tell me I'm 100% Korean. That's how homogeneous country we are. After all 5,000 years, one day, July 27th, 1953, a very homogeneous Korean country was divided into two. South Korea went with the United States and Western European country, and we chose capitalistic country. North decided to go with the Soviet Union and China and chose socialistic country. That's it. That is the only difference between North and South Korea, ideology. You know, socialism always has been and still is marketed this utopia, right? Everybody will share things equally. Nobody poor, nobody rich. Everybody will be taken care of. Everybody will get free housing, free education, free healthcare. You will have jobs, and we'll all share together. Sounds freaking nice, doesn't it?
Everyone, thank you so much for coming to my meet and greet tonight. I appreciate your time and your energy being here. Without your support, I wouldn't be standing here also. So give yourself an applause. Applause yourself for coming here, being part of this process. I know many of you know who I am, but I'm gonna briefly just give you a little information, a little bit background of who I am in case some of you don't know who I am. I'm running for Congress in the 4th District here. I am a mother of 4. 2 of my sons served in the U.S. military. I was a teacher in St. Paul Public Schools for 20 years. And now I am currently in real estate and also in business. And before I get going, I want to apologize for my raspy voice. I've been battling this cold for the last few weeks. And so it's been kind of hard to talk. And I'm trying to save my voice for Saturday too, for the endorsement convention on Saturday. So I'm going to start out with a question. Have you realized today that we work harder, we pay more taxes, but we live worse than before? Do you know why that is?
Democrats spending too much money.
Well, that's because the failed leadership in this country, in DC, has taken our hard-earned tax dollars overseas to protect other countries' borders, but they failed to secure ours. They failed to protect you. They failed to protect your children, and they failed to protect this country. They want us to work harder, take our taxes, take our money. But they're not doing anything for us. That's why we see a lot of our veterans out on the street, even our children. And that's why we see the chaos and the borders down south. And even up in the north too. We border Canada, and a lot of times we don't know what's happening in the border, but drugs criminals are coming from both borders. And our government is not doing anything about it. So we need to change that. We need to change new leaders. We need a new leader who will represent us, who will work for us, and who will make sure that they protect our lives. So when I'm elected, I want to make sure that your rights will not be taken away. That your children's education will be a priority. Parents will have the choice as to where to take their children to. That's important. Because right now, they're indoctrinating our children, they're taking their education away. You know why they're doing that? Because they want to control your children. They want to indoctrinate them. We don't need that. We need leadership. And these children are going to be leaders in this country. We need to make sure that we provide academic excellence for them. That is a priority. We want safe neighborhoods. We don't want to defund the police. Let's double the police force so every neighborhood will be safe again. We need protection. The other thing we're going to do is we have in Minnesota right here, our seniors are paying Social Security taxes. With my influence, I'm going to work with the leaders in Minnesota to get rid of that. Why do they need to pay any more taxes than they have? We need to get rid of Social Security taxes in Minnesota. I know that this is a state and local, but I want to use that influence to help our leaders to get rid of that. I truly believe that. But the most important thing is that when I'm elected, Minnesotans, Americans, will be first and foremost. You are not going to come last. Your safety, your freedom, and your children will come before anything, because this is your country. I am a legal immigrant who came here, who was able to live the American dream, had the privilege to go to school, raise my family, have a house and jobs. And I know that this is not a perfect country, or it's not the best country in the world, but it is I'm so sorry. It is not a perfect country, but it is the best country in the world. Like I said, my raspy voice and being a little sick, it's kind of tough. So that's the least that this country can do for you, is that you come first. I'm losing my voice here. I want to thank Jenny again for coming out to speak to us. Thank you to all the volunteers for helping tonight. Yes, please. And thank you to all of you for being here. We have a hard fight ahead, and we need every volunteer that we can get. We need every dollar that we can, so that way we can win this battle in November. And I know that you're here, I have your support already, but we need to get the word out to the people, District 4. We need to save this country. We need to make sure that we save freedom and we save our children. We need to make sure that this country stays intact, because this is all we have left. My family fled communists from Laos to here, and if something like that happens to this country, where are we going to run to? What country? We can't. So we must stay here to fight. And I'm willing to lead the fight, but I need your help, I need your support. So I hope that we all can join hands and win in November. Thank you so much.
Integrity window installation ย่อเป้มองอีลูตรวจชาขอว่าเจย่อดอสังมินิโซตาเป็นตัวขอใจเชียซอเจเทียวอเจแต่ชินอเป้มอยขอพร้อมกว่าสลิปเล่าพาดอลลาป้าเนเทขอสั่งเดอเป้มอยเชอใจเนี่ยโดนเน่มาเลมาวันลีเทต่อกาย่อก็หลงก็จะขอใจเชียตาเลอก็อยู่เซก็จะเนี่ยเทงกีหินเตาหังหลอนเดอชัวลุ้นลีย่อก็จะขอใจกู้เลยหัวสอดต้องตรงเดอโจจีอีเปล่าไปอีหยีจีอีเจ้าโจจีอีเปล่าไปอีหยีจีอีเจ้า